Greetings, YouTube. The UN's Philip Alston is an expert on deprivation, and he wants to know why 41 million Americans are living in poverty. The Guardian joined him on a special 2-week mission into the dark heart of the world's richest nation. And he's not alone in wanting to know why we have 41 million people living in poverty in America. America is the richest nation on earth, most powerful militarily, probably the most powerful and richest that's ever existed. And yet we've created a system where not only do people live in poverty, but we blame them for living in poverty. That we hold them accountable for a system that is designed from the top down to not only produce poverty, but to require poverty to exist. And what do I mean when I say that? For capitalism to function, poverty is part of that equation. Part of it is the concentration of wealth. Part of it is the exploitation of both the environment and a workforce. And lastly, the creation of poverty. Because without poverty, you don't have a stick to convince the workers to keep working and extracting wealth from the planet. Because the capitalists can point to those in poverty and say, see those poor people? If you don't do what we say, you will end up like them. It also creates classism and creates an us-them environment, which of course is what the people in charge want to create. They want the people who are in the slightly not in poverty to look at those in poverty and think, well, I'm not like them. They made bad choices, rather than I am part of a system that helped create the class that they are in, and that I am also held culpable. We have solutions to this. The one that's being spoken a lot about now, and at least in this areas I see on the internet, is the concept of the universal basic income, a concept that I support. I think it should be added to our current welfare system so that no person in America ever goes out with shelter, food, health care, or education, period. That we create a floor under which no one falls. And say, this is as low as you can go socially, economically. We will not let you suffer. We will not let you be hungry or homeless. We have homeless veterans in America. Think about that for a second. Men and women who served us in our unjust, illegal, morally bankrupt military actions. They've come back wounded, both in body and soul. And what do? We have created a system that doesn't take care of them. No veteran should ever be hungry or homeless. There should be college dorm style residences for all veterans that want them. They should be high quality, clean. Food should be readily available. Doctors, counselors, therapists, physical therapists, anything they need should be readily available for them 24/7 for the rest of their lives. Because we put them on the sharp end of it. And then we turned around and drove that sharp end into their backs. America is the most powerful nation in the world. And we don't care that people go hungry, or cold, or homeless, or live in ignorance, or just die because they can't afford health care. I want my tax dollars to go towards taking care of people, not building bombs, not building tanks, not building aircraft carriers, not trying to fight a war that hasn't existed in my lifetime and probably never will. We don't need nuclear missiles. We need functioning families and healthy people. And I'm heartily tired of being told by the MAGA hat-wearing crowd that poor people deserve their lot. The GOP has lied to you folks. We should be taking care of each other. Because after all, Isn't that the Christian thing to do?